everyone. I am very delighted to be in front of you once again. In this session, we are going to discuss about locomotion and movement. In lower classes already you have learnt about classification of animals into vertebrates and invertebrates. In all vertebrates, the skeleton is seen inside the muscles. So, it is called endoskeleton. Endo means inside. Example, human beings. The skeleton is seen inside the muscles. In invertebrates, the skeleton is seen outside. So, it is called exoskeleton. Exo means outside. Example, cockroach. They have a hard and outer skeleton. Now let us have a glance at organisms with exoskeleton. Ant, snail, beetle, crab, spider, prawn, scorpion. Organisms that have endoskeleton also possess some remnants of exoskeleton. That means all the vertebrates will have some remains of exoskeletal parts. Let us examine some examples of organism which possess exoskeletal parts. Human beings. Exoskeletal parts are hair and nails. Birds, they have beak and feathers. Fishes, they have scales and fins. Reptiles, they have scales and nails. Tortoise, they have a shell. Porcupine, they possess spines on their body. So all these are examples of organisms which come under endoskeleton but possess exoskeletal parts. The next topic what we have to discuss is about locomotion without skeleton. You will be wondering when you heard the topic, isn't it? Yes, there are some organisms which can move without skeleton. They have some special means for movement. Let us examine some examples. Paramecium. They have small hair-like protein filaments seen on the cell surface of the body. And they are called cilia. So, cilia enables the movement of paramecium in water. The next organism is Euglena. They have a whip-like long protein filament called flagellum. Locomotory movement in Euglena is enabled with the help of flagellum. In earthworm, there are two types of muscles, longitudinal muscles and circular muscles. The rhythmic contraction of these muscles helps in body movement. Apart from these muscles, they also have some structures projected out from the body known as setae. Setae also helps in locomotion. Have you ever thought what is the difference between locomotion and movement? Movement is the displacement of any part of the body. Displacement of the whole body from one place to another. That is known as locomotion. we can see a great diversity in the mode of locomotion in the animal world. Let us explore some diversity of locomotion and movement in the animal world. Have you heard about monarch butterfly? A beautiful short-lived butterfly with its life dedicated for migration. An adult monarch butterfly flies about 3,000 miles from Canada and United States to hibernate along the California coast and in central Mexico. The monarch butterflies do not complete an entire cycle because their lifespan is much shorter. It takes about 4 generations of a monarch butterfly to complete a migration cycle. Artic tern. This gallivant travels every year to and fro between North Pole and South Pole. Siberian crane. Eastern population of Siberian crane migrate during winter to China, and western population of Siberian crane migrate to Bharatpur in India. European eels. They begin their spawning migration from European river and travels about 10,000 kilometers to reach their spawning area in the Sargasso Sea. Flamingo. They are non-migratory in nature, but they are never found in a permanent spot. They usually return to their homeland for breeding. Have you heard about humpback whales? A giant mammal that travels up to 5,000 kilometers for food as well as reproduction. Humpback whales traverse the Earth's ocean from North Pole to the South Pole. During winter, these mammals migrate to warmer waters to breed and give birth. But during summer, they migrate to the cooler water to feed. Is it interesting? Grey whales travels about 14,000 miles annually. These whales have one of the longest migrating cycles among the mammals. Have you heard about hummingbird? Hummingbirds are the smallest of the bird species. These birds do not migrate in a flock, but instead they migrate individually. Red crabs emerge from the forest and make their way to ocean to breed, swarming across the roads, streams, rocks and beaches. It is one of the most incredible natural processes on earth. The migration starts with the first rainfall of wet season. The exact timing and the speed of migration is determined by the red crab using the phases of moon. Again, lots of creatures and lots of amazing facts needs hours to discuss. So, here we conclude.